So there's something that kind of has been bothering me the last probably few months ever since iOS 16 came out. Now, it has kind of revolved around the battery life on these iPhones, but when it came down to the features that iOS 16 brought out and just the whole entire release, it has never been in favor for the iPhone 11 from the get-go. When iOS 16 initially came out, there were already some features that were limited, but they kind of made sense. But then when iOS 16 Beta 5 came out, that kind of started this domino effect of us and a lot of other people complaining about Apple stripping out features for no reason at all. iOS 16 Beta 5 came out, and this was when the battery life little toggle came out, when we can actually see our battery percentage. And from beta after beta after beta, Apple continued to basically not give us that feature on these iPhones, which was very, very strange. And then that in and of itself signified to me that the iPhones that Apple was kind of stripping this feature off of would have a very weird life cycle coming in the future of the next several iPhone releases, meaning that the base models of all these iPhones, and even now with the iPhone 14s, they are going to be giving these iPhones a weirder and just not as good of an experience as even the Pro models of, yesteryear and the year before that. So it's not a big deal. It's not anything crazy. And then when I started seeing that Apple brought those features back, I don't think in their timeline they were going to go and bring those features back in the first place. I think they were probably going to keep it as they were, just like Stage Manager not coming on the iPad Air 5. It's another classic case of Apple pretty much limiting features for no reason at all. So now when the iPhone 14s came out, I did a battery comparison between the 11 and the iPhone 14s, and it is very interesting to see the discrepancies between an iPhone 14 and an iPhone 11, but even an iPhone 14 and an iPhone 13. The battery life is actually pretty insane. Now, luckily for us, the battery life on the 13 and 12 are still pretty good. I think, when you get a brand new phone, obviously it's going to be better here and there, but the iPhone 11 has significantly gone down in the battery life department ever since iOS 16 has came out. Now, it's gotten better through iOS 16, but when compared to iOS 15, I think it's still not as good. I still think it's gone significantly down. The discrepancy between an iPhone 11 battery life and a 12 battery life is astronomical. You can check back in that battery comparison I made not too long ago and see the exact same thing. So I say this to say the whole entire release of iOS 16, some could argue the release of these iPhones as well, has kind of demonstrated a really weird position that Apple is going with. They are wanting to focus more on the Pro models, and they're willing to go ahead and give us a watered down version on some of the cheaper models like the iPhone 11, and a lot of it may have to do with software. Like in this case with iOS 16, they are strategically removing features here and there just because this is an older device. The battery life thing was very strange, and then the battery life, thing, status bar icon, that not being brought over, then being brought over later on is such a weird thing, and I will never understand why Apple did that. So it's kind of showcased the true colors of Apple in a way. Hopefully they kind of redeemed themselves. They've been pushing out updates and fixing it, but I would love to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.